Hello yogis, welcome to a new yoga flow, and I'm happy that you're here and that you want to join me in our flow. If you need a block, then grab it and place it close by. We're going to start sitting cross-legged. If you want to take another seat, maybe sitting on the heels, that's fine. Well, we're going to start, so take your easy seat. And first we start with 2 breaths and see if you can let go of all the things you don't need anymore and maybe any tension. So inhale, exhale. One more time. And with this last exhale, see if you can soften your body. Root down your sitting bones and spread the weight. Lengthen the spine, keep the shoulders relaxed, face soft, and reach with the crown up. One more breath. Come into your child pose. Sitting bones towards the heels. Forehead towards the earth. Point your fingertips towards the front of your mat. Bring the weight into your hands. So first you lift your head up. You move forward and bring the weight into your hands. Start to make circles. So hips towards the right, heels, left and center. Right, heels, left and center. One more time. Right, heels, left and center. Start to make circles the other way around. So center, left, heels, right, center, one more left, heels, right and center. Into your tabletop, wrists and shoulders, knees and hips, everything in one line. Inhale, curl your tailbone up, look up. Exhale, pull the belly button in, around your spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Come back into your tabletop and make yourself ready for your downward facing dog. So spread your fingers. Hands are shoulder distance. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the core engaged and start to lift yourself up into a downward facing dog. You can walk your dog if you want to, but focus on lengthening your spine. So if you need to bend the knees, that is fine. Okay? And also use your yogi breath. Deep, calm inhales and slow exhales. Now bend the knees and come into a high plank. Your wrists and shoulders above each other, your toes and heels, and start to press the heels back. Push into the earth. Now bring the weight forward. Shoulders are over the wrist. Place knees on the floor. Low plank and squeeze the elbows in and make sure that the elbows are pointing towards the back of your mat. And inhale, press into cobra. And exhale for downward facing dog. Bend the knees. And inhale, step with your right foot forward. Lengthen the spine and half a lift. Exhale, crown to earth. And inhale, circle the hands up. Exhale, hands before the heart. Inhale, circle the hands up. Exhale, leading with the heart. You bring the crown towards the earth. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Exhaling for a high plank. Shift to low plank, place knees on the floor and don't forget to squeeze the elbows in. Inhale into cobra and exhale into downward facing dog. Step with your left foot forward. Lengthen spine in a halfway lift. Exhaling crown to earth and inhale, circle the hands up. Exhale, hands before the heart. Okay. Focus on your right foot, right leg. Root it down into the earth and start to lift the left knee up towards the chest. Maybe wrap your hands around your shin. Stand up straight. Keep the shoulders on the back. Reach up with the crown. And when you're ready, then make your warrior 3. So extend the left leg behind you, maybe hands before the heart. Level the hips, most important part. Keep the left hip next to the right hip. Keep the left foot, left leg active and keep standing leg straight. Shoulders on the back. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, cross the left foot behind the right. Circle the hands up. Grab with your left hand your right wrist and lean towards the left so you feel the stretch on the right side of your body. Observe if you spread the weight over both feet. Maybe you feel some tension between the ribs. It's possible. Use your breath. And inhale, circle the hands back towards the center. Bring the weight into your right foot and start to slide the left leg back until you are in your low lunge on the right side. And square the hips, moving the right hip back, left hip forward. Now I want you to push down the foot into the earth and the toes. And you don't need your hands for the pose. Maybe lift the hands. Inhale. Exhale, place the hands back and place left knee also on the floor. Rise up. Keep the knee above the ankle. Hands before the heart in prayer. Inhale. Exhale, circle towards the right. And when you're ready, then you hook the left elbow over the right thigh and press your hands in prayer. Hands are the same height as the heart and the elbow is pointing up. You can stay here if you want to, of course, or curl your toes under and start to lift the knee. Return into low lunge. Square the hips. Three-legged dog, so the right leg is up and the hips are even. Push back. Inhale for a plank with one leg up. And then exhale for low plank. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Bend the knees and inhale, step forward, lengthen spine. Exhale, crown to earth. And inhale, circle the hands up. Exhale, hands before the heart. Root down your left foot, left leg, and draw the knee towards the chest, standing up straight. Prepare your warrior 3. Watch the hips. It's also possible to place the hands on blocks. Toes are pointing towards the earth of the right leg. Cross your right behind the left, circle hands up and grab with right hand the left wrist and lean towards the right. Spread the weight over both feet. Circle back towards the center. Focus on the left foot. Start to slide the right leg back. It's a kind of slow motion move. When you're there, keep the knee above the ankle. Place the feet hip width. Power up the legs. You don't need your hands. Lift the hands. Don't have to, but you can try. Place the hands back on the floor and the right knee also. Hands before the heart, knee above ankle. Inhale. Exhale, twist towards the right and then start to hook the right elbow over the left thigh. Press your hands in prayer. Maybe you're fine here. That's okay. Or curl the toes under and start to lift the knee. Come back into a low lunge. Inhale, exhale, three-legged dog. Maybe a plank with one leg up. Maybe a low plank with one leg up. Then inhale into upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Maybe say yes or no here. Shake your head. Bend the knees and inhale, step or jump forward. Lengthen the spine. Exhaling, crown to earth. And inhale, circle the hands up. Exhale, hands before the heart. Root down your right leg, right foot, or root down your right foot and focus on the right leg. And come to a figure four. So cross the ankle over the right thigh, bend the knee and sit upright, hands before the heart, and watch the hips. So if you feel that your right hip moves forward, keep the hips even, so next to each other. Then start to straighten the legs, left knee is up, and it's a warrior three. This time bring the arms alongside your body, fingertips are pointing towards the foot. Level the hips. Cross the left behind the right, circle the hands up. Grab with left hand the right wrist and lean towards the left for the second time. Maybe the second time feels different. Maybe you feel you have a little bit more space. Then return towards the center, focus on the right foot and start to slide the left leg back. Remember to strengthen your legs, lift the hands up. One more breath. And place the hands back and the left knee also. Place your toes into the floor and the heel is up. Reach your right arm up. I want you to create length on your whole front body and start to reach for your left heel. Now when you're here, push the hips forward and open the chest. Look up towards the ceiling. Return to a low lunge. So start to lift the knee, square the hips. Use the strength in the legs to rise up in high lunge. Keep the shoulders above the hips. Start to push the toes into the earth and don't forget to press the heel towards the back of the mat. The shoulders are relaxed. Inhale. Exhale for warrior two over the right side. I'm going to turn around, so over the right side. Lengthen, open, reach, smile. Make sure that the toes and knees are pointing in the same direction. And then start to straighten the front leg. Keep the hips parallel with the long side of your mat. Inhale and exhale, start to reach. Place your hand on the inside of the left thigh or left leg. Open the left hip and reach with your left fingertips of your left hand towards the sky. So try to keep the hips above each other and the shoulders above each other. In triangle pose or trikonasana. One more breath. Okay, from here return to a low lunge. So walk your right foot more towards the right, hip width, until the feet are hip width. Now we bring the weight in our left hand, left foot or left side to make a side plank on the left. You can place your feet on top of each other if you want to. I'm going to turn around so it's easier for you to follow. So hold on to your side plank. Okay, when you're here, start to bend the right knee and bring the right knee towards the chest. And then step the foot on the floor and standing split. So straighten the right leg, level the hips, and then see if you can bring the left leg up and the crown towards the earth. So maybe stay here or maybe bring both hands or one hand towards your ankle. It's always a challenge. Keep the hips even. Now place the hands back on the floor and place the knee next to the ankle. Place 5 toes into the floor and sit on your heel. Try to keep the shoulders above the hips. Nice stretch for the toes and ankle and the back of your foot. So one more breath and then roll over your foot and sit on your buttocks. Wrap your arms around your left leg and try to keep it close. Keep your back straight. Hold on to your leg and lift the right leg up. Place it back on the floor, cross the left over the right. Place the left hand behind you, keep the right foot flexed. Reach your right arm up. And then with an exhale, you grab your left thigh. Inhale to lengthen, lift the chest. And with an exhale, you turn around and look over the left shoulder. So don't forget to keep the right foot flexed. Root down your sitting bones, reach up with the crown, shoulders relaxed, face soft. So try to sit up with a long and tall spine. One more breath. Then return to the center, cross your ankles and find a downward facing dog. Okay, when you have found your downward facing dog, then maybe inhale for high plank, exhale for low. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Bend the knees and inhale, step forwards and lengthen the spine. Exhaling, crown to earth. And inhale, circle hands up. Exhale, hands before the heart. Ready for the other side, so root down the left foot. Focus on the left leg. A figure 4. Rise up, take the right knee with you, and a warrior 3. Point with your fingertips towards your right foot. Now don't forget to keep the hips even, keep the right leg active. See if you can turn the right thigh in, so the toes are pointing towards the earth. Cross the left behind the right, coming all the way up. Grab with your right hand your left wrist. Inhale, exhale, leaning towards the right, feeling the stretch on the left side for the second time. Observe if you spread the weight over both feet. And then circle back towards the center. Focus on the left foot. And now make your slow motion move into a low lunge. So slide it back. And when you're there, observe. Square the hips, power up the legs. Don't need your hands, remember. Place the hands back, right knee also on the floor. Toes into the earth and the heel is up. Reach your left arm up. Try to lengthen the front body. And with an exhale, you start to reach for your right heel. Open the chest. Point your heart towards the ceiling. Coming out of the pose, return into low lunge. Square the hips again. Strengthen the legs. You're going to need it to circle up into high lunge and Vinyasa, reaching up. Exhale, warrior two, left side. How is your breath? So try to keep your breath of a good quality. Okay, straighten the leg. Inhale, exhale, reach. Triangle pose. Try to make a strong triangle pose. Open the hips. Try to bring them in one line. Also the shoulders in one line. And don't forget to lean a little bit back. So imagine your buttocks, your shoulder blades, and the back of your head are touching a wall. Okay, one more breath. Now it's time for a low lunge again. So place the hands on the floor, walk with the left leg more towards the left. Side plank on the right, so big step back. Feet maybe on top of each other, push into the earth. Start to bend the top leg, bring the knee towards the chest, and then step forward, standing split. Hips even, lift the right leg up, standing leg straight, crown to earth. Maybe one hand towards your ankle, maybe both. Or keep the hands on the floor. Now place the right knee next to the left ankle and 5 toes into the earth. Even a little pinky toe. And place the hands before the heart and be patient. I know for a lot of people this is very inconvenient, but we don't stay here very long. So one more breath, inhale. Exhale, roll over your foot and gently sit down. Now see if you can bring the knee close towards the chest and straighten the spine. Hold on to the leg and lift the left leg up. Place the left foot back. Cross the right over the left. Place your hand behind you. Reach your left arm up and then grab your right leg. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to turn around. Don't forget to keep the left foot flexed. Root down your sitting bones. So always try to be aware of the pose and of your body. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Turn towards the center. Cross your ankles and return in downward facing dog. Inhale for high plank and exhale into low. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Now step half of your mat and take a seat. We're going to sit in a square pose. So when you sit in your square pose, try to keep the ankles and the knees above each other. So when you look down, your shins are more or less parallel with the short side of your mat. Root down your sitting bones. If this is very inconvenient, then sit more cross-legged, so you bring your feet more towards your groin. Okay, so when you're ready, now before we go into our pose, our right leg is forward and our left leg is behind. Inhale, exhale, start to make the movement from your hips, try to keep the spine straight as long as possible, and you start to reach forward. And place your head maybe on the block or on the floor, or you can make 2 fists and place your forehead on those 2 fists. 2 more breaths. Come out of your pose and start to straighten the legs. Now remember which leg is in front, but because we're going to change. But before we're going to change, we do a Paschimottanasana. Okay, so sit on the front of your sitting bones again. And an option is to bring the hips, the buttocks a bit higher, sitting on a folded blanket or maybe soft cushion. Now inhale, try to lengthen, and with an exhale, start to make the movement from your hips, so try to keep the back straight. You can grab your toes or your trousers, doesn't matter. Inhale to lengthen the spine, keep the chest open. With an exhale, reaching forward, maybe one more time. Inhale, exhale. Now, wherever you are, keep the feet flexed so the toes are pointing up. Try to create length in the spine and keep the chest open. You can also use a strap here, or maybe some other thing, a blanket. No, blanket is too, no, not a blanket, but a towel. A towel will do. Scarf also. One more breath. Okay, inhale, circle hands up, and with an exhale, release. Now we're going to do our pose, but this time with our left foot in front, left leg in front, and right leg behind. Now, find your pose, keeping the heels and the knees above each other as much as possible. Inhale to create length, and with an exhale, make the movement from your hips. Try to keep the back straight, keeping the foot flexed. And then start to reach forward. Make 2 fists maybe. Place your forehead on your 2 fists. Come out of your pose. Cross your ankles. Last downward facing dog. Now last downward facing dog. Enjoy your downward facing dog. And also observe, of course. So spread the weight over your hands, your fingers. Make sure there's no gap under the hands. Activate the legs. How is your core? And how are your shoulders? Are your shoulders far away from your ears? Inhale for a high plank. Exhale for low. Inhale into upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Now place your knees on the floor and sit on your heels. Interlace your hands, bring the hand palms up towards the ceiling and create length. Inhale. And with an exhale, maybe you bend towards the right. Inhaling up and towards the left. So make some soft movements. One more. Okay. Circle your hands before the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Bow your head towards your heart. Thank your body that make this practice possible. Thank yourself for taking the time. Great job. And then be grateful for everything you have in your life. And I hope to see you next time. Before we go to end our class, take a deep inhale. With an exhale, let go. And then bring your forehead towards the earth. Relax your shoulders. And finish your flow with a child pose. Now you can stay a bit longer in your child pose, or maybe you want to do your savasana after this. Fine. I'm going to close our class. I hope you enjoyed it, and well, thank you for being here. Namaste.